Well, greetings again, everyone. It's Nick Michalak and the spectacular Steve Frazier.
Howdy.
And we're giving you the unrated version of Saw 5 today, guys, because I guess people are really enjoying us covering this franchise. So
we made it to 5. I can't believe it.
We're hoping to wrap everything up by this Halloween for the entire thing. So get your own copy of the unrated version of Saw 5 synced up to 0 with your subtitles turned on to sync up with our stuff. And we'll give you a countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, play.
Saw 5.
Saw 5.
We're like halfway there now.
Oh, yeah.
This is the good one.
Yes, this one was good.
Actually, I shouldn't say that the ones are bad. They're just, I don't know, they're all fun. I just really like this one. I remember watching...
This one was more engaging to me on different levels.
Same.
It's been a few weeks since I watched it, but I still remember really getting hooked up into it.
It's got a nice
great opening,
arc.
Too.
You know, the overall... I like it better when there's an overall game. You know, like a one person or group's journey.
Yeah. As
opposed to... You know, the last one, even though it was really one guy, it felt so... I don't know, choppy.
Yeah, it was too compact. They're compacting too many things into a smaller box, and it didn't have room to breathe, and really have its ideas kind of like focus in and flesh out and everything. So,
let's talk about how long it took to set up this room.
Right. Again, I finished watching 6, and all our constant things about like how'd you build all this stuff? Where'd you get all the supplies for it? It just keeps coming back around. It's like there's just no kind of like suspension of disbelief left. It just either you buy it or you don't.
Right. So you have to kind of go in just saying, fuck it. I'm just gonna take it at face value.
Yeah.
And okay. Oh, is this the one with the pendulum?
Oh yeah.
I like to play the game of which tattoos are real and which ones are drawn on. Some of those actually look like they could be real.
Yeah.
But the ones that are just solid, like the one on his arm there, like that snake thing, that looks really painted on with a marker. Yeah. The skull and crossbones looks more real to me.
Sure.
Now, I don't have any tattoos, so I don't know.
No.
But even the one up on his upper left arm there, looks true.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn on the subtitles.
See, you told everybody to put them on.
There's no main menu on these freaking discs here, so I forgot.
I always kind of wondered, how did he record so that the puppet's mouth moved? And
right.
Is he holding the puppet and talking into the microphone?
Why are all the TVs so grainy and on the fritz and everything?
Every one of them.
Yeah.
We need Horace Pinker in here to fix the TVs.
It's like the third time we run Reverend Shocker in this franchise.
Well, maybe if Wes Craven had come along and done one, it might have been good. Or better.
More sensical. I
mean, folks like Wes Craven had a way of... Well, they also kind of wrote their own movies, right? Him and...
Right.
Some of the greats, you know, the Hoopers and the Carpenters, right. Where, I don't know, they take a more cerebral approach. You know...
Right.
Wes Craven spent years perfecting Nightmare on Elm Street. This was written in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So...
It started running into production about 2 months after the previous one was completed and released. And started shooting it about like a month and a half afterwards.
And it's like, how fast can we just churn it out?
Right,
it's got to be done by next Halloween.
Right.
It's one of those, again, where the release date comes before...
It's announced before they actually have a freaking idea on the page.
Right. And it's more important than developing a story.
Right.
Is we got to have it out, because if it's Halloween, it's got to be Saw.
Right.
And at this point, that was already the tagline.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even by the third one.
Third or fourth, yeah, by the most.
So he did it, right?
Yeah.
And now it's going to eviscerate? Is that the right word?
Yeah, something. I don't know. I don't know if that is, or disembowel. I don't know.
Sure. I think both of those are accurate. Look at that. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It is. He would probably pass out, though, I think, at this point.
Yeah,
right?
just, you're not.
Good cough up of blood. I like that.
Right.
Not as gratuitous as the autopsy from the last.
Sure, yeah.
But still a super gory, open. And, here's another. Oh, look at that. That's how the sausage is made. Another case of I passed the game.
Yeah.
And you
lost anyway.
You killed me anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the exact science behind the eyeball there. If it's Hoffman or if it's
no, it's Hoffman.
It's Hoffman. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, so now we're going back to this story. Yes. All right. Here's where parts 3 and 4 intersect.
Yes.
And we need to do that to weave together. I love that. This guy looks different.
Strom?
Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's just the lighting.
Could be. I mean, it could also be that this isn't reused footage. They actually reshot it.
Oh, yeah.
So
there.
He might look a little, the hair a little different or something.
As it gets, yeah.
No signal found. He doesn't have that 5G like we do today.
Oh, no. Still have to remind myself. It's like, 2009, 2010, we barely even have a smartphone yet.
Yeah, I know. I want to say it was 2009 that I got my first smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
It was not an iPhone. I have never owned an iPhone. I'm not an iPhone guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am Team Android all the way. Thank Christ he got that bulk discount on tape recorders at the Radio Shack.
Just delivered a whole crate of them.
He had so much wherewithal and forethought on all of this.
As I've already gone through 6, there's like another 70 things he's already had planned and recorded at this point.
Absolutely. Well, it's like we got to have Tobin Bell.
Right.
We got to have his voice. So how do we go back and layer in?
Right.
Even if it's something that happens in the past or at the same time or whatever. Keep in mind, while this is happening, there's already a book about him on somebody's desk from part 3 or 4 or whatever the fuck.
Right.
So they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
They're just tricking you into being entertained.
Right.
But
it's so interesting. Okay, in 2, they storm the warehouse and everything to get the Kramer, where you got the whole thing with him and Wahlberg going on, but they don't capture him. They don't. They seem to imply that they identified him, but they haven't convicted him or charged him with anything or captured him. But someone already writes the entire book about his entire legacy of being Jigsaw.
Right.
So someone wrote a book predicated just on speculation alone.
Well, he was like, at the end of 2, he was in that van right outside the warehouse, and he was whatever.
Looking worse for wear. This is a great one.
I love this. Hey! Can you imagine waking up and that's what you see?
Yeah. I mean, that's...
At every convention that there ever is, almost without, like clockwork,
without fail,
the first question asked to Tobin Bell is, which is your favorite trap?
Yeah.
And it's been a few years since I was in the room for this exact questioning.
Yes.
But I'm 95% sure he said that it was this one.
Okay. It's simple.
I couldn't remember why. I don't know if it's my brain has been just swamped with all of the traps again, because I've watched them now all since that conversation. It also could be that there are so many victims that all kind of look the same, and none of these traps have the same cachet as the ones from the first one.
Right.
Because in the first one it was very deliberate and it was about the story, and this is about the shock value of let me...
Right.
You know.
I mean, it's also, this one doesn't involve anything gory. It's a very different style of presentation for a trap.
How great is it that he gives himself a trach?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I mean, I don't know why he can't just pull his fingers underneath the rubber thing underneath his neck there and just kind of open it up. I don't know.
Let the water drain out?
I'm sure that's possible.
Yeah, it can't be hermetically sealed around the exact portion of his neck. Like,
I mean, you can see water is dripping down from underneath there. So it's a little something, but I buy into it. I go for it because it's good.
So, I'm confused already.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember where is this and what events just preceded this.
Okay, so I mean, it's, yeah. So,
where is this in the timeline?
Okay, so...
That's Hoffman. No, Hoffman, that's Hoffman.
That's Hoffman.
The guy that...
Strom
just did the trach in his...
Yeah.
But they were in the same place at the same time?
Apparently, because the Hoffman comes out with the little girl, which was the little girl that was the
daughter of the guy. Okay, got it. So all of that is immediately preceding the events of 3 and 4.
Yes.
And we're in 5 now, aren't we?
Yes.
Because 4 and
5.
3 and 4 happened at the same time. This is now
number 6 will jump back to 3.
Okay. Did he have to say your ex-husband, John? Couldn't he have just said, I represent John?
Yeah, it's a little exposition.
Exposition really grinds my gears.
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching this far, you know who she is. You don't need to explain that.
Well, from her standpoint and his standpoint, he doesn't need to explain that either. I love when it's like, you are my only brother.
Yes.
Oh, well, thanks for telling the audience that.
As you know.
Yeah, as you know is the worst. As you know is the worst. If you are a screenwriter or any kind of writer, take as you know and throw it right in the trash.
Yes.
Never write it down again. Are we still at the point now where the death of the baby is what actually caused it, not the car accident, not the cancer?
Something along that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide which excuse are we following at the moment.
We've completely lost track of the whole thing. From the first film of people don't appreciate the life that they have.
Right. Which is brilliant.
Accentuate that element, and that's completely lost. Now it turns into all kinds of like exerting justice and vigilante almost type of things. It's like
right, and
Jigsaw has become the Punisher or something.
Right, and we need helpers, and the helpers have their own agendas, and everything is awful. But it's entertaining.
It's a big old soap opera, that's what it is. With just a lot of fucking gore.
Right.
You guy with an eye patch just show up. Been stranded on a desert island someplace, or God knows where they were.
Right. I mean,
back in the 80s.
Definitely somebody's twin brother that's lost at sea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had Tobin, Don Kramer.
Sure. John and Don Kramer, the Kramer brothers. Now, this one has a different color tone. It's like a blue-gray.
Yeah.
So does that mean it's a flashback? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
This one does start feeling more like network primetime procedural again.
Yeah. Right. This does look a little, USA.
Yeah. A little cheap on the fly type
TNT
of deal.
drama, Sunday night drama.
Right.
Jason X.
We ain't got a lot of money to throw around here. Let's do it quick and dirty. Slap a couple signs on the wall. We'll be fine.
I just don't understand this color situation.
Yeah, see, it just says Metropolitan Police Department. They don't specify nothing.
And they've got all of the... there's my neighbor.
Suppose I was watching something like a behind the scenes of some kind about the first film that we're supposed to be set in Washington D.C. because there's a map that Tap shows on the thing that someone deciphered, but they don't follow on that.
Sure.
It's like fucking Springwood. It eventually just turns into Ohio after 7 films.
It doesn't have to be. Well, it wasn't even called Springwood until like the 4th or 5th or 6th one.
Something, I don't know. God knows. No, people just make things up as they go along.
Oh shit! That's kind of how this whole series is.
Yeah.
You just make it up as you go. I still think this might be a flashback, but I don't know. What do I know? Maybe not.
Maybe it's a flash forward.
Oh, now you're thinking. You should write for this Saw franchise.
They're
still pumping them out. You got time.
Oh, yeah. Chris Rock can do one. I can take care of it.
I'm thinking you and I could write one. All we got to do is...
Doesn't have to make any sense.
No.
Pump it out on a weekend.
Donnie Wahlberg lives a few minutes from my house.
Yeah.
I can knock on his door and reprise his character in a minute.
You got no problem.
Actually, just drove by his house last week just to see it. Had lunch at the local Wahlburgers, and on the way I said, since I'm driving there, maybe he's home. I didn't knock on the door though. I didn't want Jenny McCarthy to answer.
No.
That was a key to get out of the way, because he knew that she would be standing right there.
Yeah, it's so extremely convenient.
And they were partners, right? Strom and the girl?
Yeah.
Okay. And surprise, surprise,
the FBI.
She's still alive, and he doesn't know that.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's being hidden from him.
Okay, so he's finding out right now.
That's hidden from him until later. Or...
Well, he's finding out right now, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They reveal it in the next film.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. I watched part of 6 the other day, then watched the rest of it today, so I'm a little confused.
Well, you can watch them all in a row and be really confused.
I'm all confused all the time. There we go.
He sounds like me.
Sounds like you. You could be Batman with that voice.
Maybe.
Him and Christian Bale.
Maybe I could be Batman. I've always wanted to be Batman.
Maybe that was the case. Christian Bale just had a paralyzed vocal cord.
That could be.
They'll do anything for a role, you know. Don't matter to him.
I got those two so confused over the years because they're so similar.
Put a mustache on one of them or something.
Right. Like this guy. What a great look he's got.
Yeah.
Inspector Clouseau or...
Yeah.
This guy, he really needs a British accent with that mustache.
French, maybe.
Oh, French, yes. Yes,
great,
I like it.
Very, very French.
I like it.
Clouseau again.
Sure.
How about
absolutely.
That? We're on the right track.
Look at that big old Bluetooth earpiece he's got there. That's fun. That says 2015, if there ever was one. No, not
2008.
Even,
this thing came out.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I don't even know what day it is, let alone what year. 2008. Wow.
It's like Dark Ages.
Can you believe that was like 13 years ago?
It feels like forever sometimes.
It feels like yesterday. God. 2008. That was WrestleMania 24 in Orlando. I was right there.
Mandylor's got a hell of a goddamn screen presence, man. He just knows. Whereas just his physicality and the whole thing. He's a big, thick guy, broad-shouldered guy, but he just got something on screen.
Look at that.
It makes him very interesting.
I love a diorama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it would be right there next to the whatever, but the monitors are fun. It's like one for each room.
Yeah.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
It took us a little while, though, 20 minutes to get to this point.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
Set up an underlying plot.
How long have those people been
right.
knocked out? He's been doing this other shit.
Yeah. He's been...
So what have they...
He was locked up for like a fucking day.
Right. What have they all just been sleeping there? How'd they get there? And now they all conveniently wake up right when he gets to the monitors.
Yeah.
It's like he pushed the little button that says, "Wake up."
Wake up.
This one is so fun. And this, I feel like, kind of goes back a little bit more to that message of the original, where, you know, that whole the test was to learn to work together,
right?
And nobody could bother to put the group before themselves, and therefore everyone just dies.
Mm-hmm.
British Stanley Tucci.
Oh, yeah.
He sure has an awful lot of knowledge. Here's our grainy footage.
Yes.
That's an old tube TV like that, you know, so makes sense. Can't get a Blu-ray on that.
No.
So when did John Kramer record this?
Right.
Didn't at some point in this series it get revealed that somebody was using like a voice changing thing? Or no? Am I completely...
No.
Okay. He's really... This is a very long explanation. That's not necessarily true. Nail bombs. I love a good nail bomb. I think this is a good. What I like about this is this character expose. You know, like
makes it suspicious.
This is the one with the most developed difference characters.
Right, distinctness.
Like since the first one, I think. Well, maybe because even in 2, remember how we said that everybody was just kind of bland?
Yeah, they're all very flat characters.
Right. At least here, they have distinct personalities. This guy's very different than that guy. I love a good Nancy Drew reference. This guy is so, like, what a great character. You already know everything there is to know about this guy. You can just tell by the way they're dressed, even.
Yeah. He's all strung out and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that arm.
Yeah.
Looks like Tony Caesar. That's not true. He's a professional.
No.
Oh, there it goes. You dumb son of a bitch. Are they both going? Is only one going? I can't really. The edits are so.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
I can't tell what's going. Like who's where.
Need a wide shot.
Yeah. And isn't the rub here that they're all the same key? That they could have shared this.
Well, it eventually comes together that they're all supposed to work together to get the keys and everything through every single room. They were supposed to work together instead of trying to work against each other.
Right, but
sacrifice.
From what I understand, if I remember correctly, all the keys are the same, and that one person could have gotten the key and then shared it with everybody.
Possibly, I don't recall.
We'll find out as we go along. I can't imagine that in my panic I would have also thought of that as an option. I mean, the other option, I guess, is everybody take turns and go one at a time. Goodbye. Love it. What a way to go. Instant.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 minute you're there, the next minute you're not. That's the way to die. Screw cancer and all that business. Cut my head off, please. Great special effects. Look at the blood still trickling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she is smart.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah, I've seen her in a couple of things. Julie Benz, she was in Rambo 4.
Okay.
And
that's a great movie, by the way.
Rambo 4, she Punisher Warzone, and she was a regular on Buffy and Angel.
I believe Rambo 4 is just called Rambo?
Rambo, or John Rambo, and if the thing is the director's cut or something. I don't know. We've discussed this
I thought
before.
John Rambo was the 5th one.
No, that was...
Rambo, that's Last Blood. Excuse me.
First Blood, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo. Rambo Last Blood.
It's the most... My buddy, shout out to Randy, my buddy Randy and I were just laughing about this last week because it is the most ridiculous naming of all time in a series.
Yes.
I thought you were off the case. What are you doing there? It doesn't... What's happening?
He's going rogue.
Yeah, because we don't have enough of that in the world.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if you're the FBI, you kind of have the workaround. Are you telling me that the FBI database, you can just type in Mark Hoffman, and there's not one
Mark Hoffman
in the entire
country,
United States
with a
record
thing?
Well,
at least
I also
type in like a badge number or something.
I feel like that whole interface is completely unrealistic.
Right.
I mean, that's the equivalent of slap a sign on the door.
Yeah.
It's FBI website, FBI.com. This looks more official.
Yeah, give me more of an advanced search. Mark Hoffman, Metro Police Department, badge number.
Right. I don't know. It just seemed very, like, let's throw this site together.
Yeah.
And it may sound like I'm nitpicking, which I am, but
Yeah, well.
at the same time, those details give credibility to your story.
Sure.
And when things are so blatantly unrealistic, it takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm too observant.
Yeah.
I think this is a fault of mine.
Yeah. Well, now we're getting the whole thing of Hoffman's sister and being killed by some...
Well, sure, you gotta have a backstory.
Dude. Yeah.
This one never came up in the previous 4 movies.
No. Well, like we said, Hoffman he's gotten screen time, but he's got no development up to this point.
And you could say, well, why didn't they could have thrown a line in 2 movies ago where he just mentions my dead sister.
Right.
But
They
spoiler
weren't
alert.
thinking that far ahead.
Spoiler alert, they didn't know what they were doing 5 minutes from now, let alone 3 years from now.
No. It's like the Halloween franchise. Well, we'll come up with something. This is the other screenwriter's business to figure out what the hell we were trying to cooking up.
I can't see this guy and not hear a French accent. How did you track this down?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a flashback coming up.
I'm sure there is.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, we just saw this not that long.
Yeah, so they got crime scene photos. So they discovered it before.
Why did we need to see this insert shot other than to gore us again?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Not really.
The audience is smart.
Right.
Him walking in with a packet of crime scene photos.
Yeah.
Anybody that didn't recognize it up front would get it by the photo. You don't need to show it again.
No.
It's too artsy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the old people. I love a people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. There's a little the
little ploop,
jigsaw piece.
The little ploop sound was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that little effect. Ploop. So they're basically saying, hey, audience, you're so stupid. Let me just lay it all out for you right here. Not only is Hoffman in on it, he's investigating his own crimes. He talks like Batman, too.
Yes.
Now, as the cop, the Asian guy, wouldn't he immediately say, this is a conflict of interest, I think you should step back?
Probably.
Isn't that protocol? At least in my mind it would be.
Yeah, it's very TV movie. TV and movies or like setups. Like I'm going to track down the killer, the guy I tried to put away, and yeah.
Which I think happens in real life.
Yeah.
But when you come on the crime scene and it's like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, he's the one that killed your sister? Yeah. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
why don't you...
Yeah.
This guy is the equivalent of the tweaky guy from 2 that ended up in the hot box, the boiler.
Okay.
You know, but much better defined.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy, you actually want to punch in the face.
Yeah.
Which is the sign that it's a real, well-written character.
Yeah.
But you also kind of want to punch British Stanley
Oh, yeah.
Tucci in the face.
Because he's being very fucking...
Know-it-all?
Know-it-all. It's like, oh, I know everything, but I'm not going to tell you how I know everything. So just listen to me, because I know what's going on here. Which makes him a freaking dick.
I do like that they're all they're linked and they're trying to figure out. They're figuring out the link. You know, it's. Close call there, pal. This is one of those situations where I feel like it's so obvious that more than one person could fit in there.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's very easy to say, look, you know, everybody step back, one person break all the jars, get the keys.
Yeah.
How about we check to make sure it's not the key from the last room that works on this also?
Well, I think someone tries that.
Well, and still, that's...
Or...
Oh, it's one of those...
It's something different, yeah.
I see.
They're all shaped.
Got it. And instead, we're going to beat each other up.
You're going to beat this guy up when you got a minute to freaking get the hell out of here.
We're going to beat up the woman. I don't think you need to be that violent about breaking the jars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I guess this one is designed as the audience member to be...
Yeah.
You're mad at all of them.
Right.
And you're just screaming, work together.
Yeah.
That's why this one's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. It doesn't sound like it because of all my complaining.
Yeah, right.
But I really do. Look at all that room. You could fit all 4 people in one chamber.
Right.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Right. Oh.
Good night. That was a good transition.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like a fade out or... Again, do we need to see
Again
all
and
of
again
this?
and again, yeah.
And now this is another flashback.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew what the hell they were putting where. Because where does this killing of the sister killer fall in the timeline of...
Right. Who has Jigsaw already done his game with beforehand when he starts taking up this sort of game towards this guy to try to frame Jigsaw.
Right. It's so... Like, it's a fine story on its own, but it doesn't make any sense that I'd have to get out my written log to figure out exactly where this fits in. Like, is this actually after the events of the last couple movies? Because at that point he was already working with Jigsaw.
Right. Because in 6 they showed that... In 6 they showed that he was involved with all the setup of 3. Obviously, because 3 and 4 take place at the same time. He was already involved. Yeah, it just...
Even though at this point we can't use knowledge from 6 because that hasn't happened yet.
Right. I'm just...
So, the hindsight is fine, or the foresight, or whatever.
Right.
But putting ourselves in 2008, we don't have knowledge of the future.
Right.
So, as an audience member, I'm confused as to when this is happening.
Yeah.
Don't provoke him. What is the point of having this? What was the point of that? And again, what day is this? What time is it?
Right.
Clearly this is before, quote unquote.
Before what?
Right.
The question.
Right. He looks pretty healthy there.
All right.
Is this when he got recruited? I thought it said... I thought it said in the envelope, the I know who you are, I know what you did, whatever it was. Wasn't that in this same timeline? No, couldn't have been. I'm so confused. Don't get me wrong. We started off by saying we like this one.
Yes.
But I guess what I mean is I like the game of the 5 characters going room to room.
I like the game. I like the cat and mouse thing between Strom and Hoffman.
He's so smug. It's great. They've got the props in the back just strategically placed well enough
to
make you go, oh, hey, look at that. Oh, look over there. I want to say the Amanda head trap thing is on the desk over to the right. Now our left, his right.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got bad hair, Hoffman.
Yes, there's not much going on.
It's very just kind of moppy.
Ought to go with some product. Slick it back.
Something. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. You can get a good look at it now.
Yeah. Hair trigger. You're going to get shot in the neck for having a bad head of hair.
Yes.
They even strategically placed the doll so that it's in the mirror shot so you see it in both angles. It's like, come on, dude. Not necessary. So, okay. I think I've got it. Hoffman killed the sister's killer.
Yes.
Before this.
Yes.
And did it under the guise of,
it's a jigsaw
people
killing.
will think it's Jigsaw, even though those hadn't really been going on for all that long. But, he's a copycat. at this point.
Right, yes.
Hoffman's a copycat killer.
He takes out his revenge on the guy who killed his sister under the guise of Jigsaw, so it's like, this is someone else's work. There's nothing that can be pinned to me.
So, that leads Jigsaw to recruiting him.
Right.
And saying, my games are winnable, your games are not.
Yes.
Which is the exact same lesson he taught Amanda.
Yes.
Who was not doing it before, but
ended up doing it
after becoming a victim. So
for completely different reasons.
Right.
He's all involved with, like, justice system doesn't work, I'm going to impose my own. Hers is more like the
revenge.
Father-daughter type of bond type of thing. No one else is worthy of the game besides me. No one appreciates what he's trying to teach you. So, I'm not going to make it winnable because you don't deserve it.
And then at some point, I think all three of them are working together.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shit. It's a very specific number, John Kramer. Everybody deserves a chance. So there's the pig back there. See on the just by his Hoffman's nose there. I think that's I think that's the Amanda
head harness,
head trap. Yeah. Obviously, Billy the puppet has been back there with its Beatles haircut.
Yeah, a little moppy too.
I mean, this Hoffman's borderline Mo Howard here, which
Chef should be poking him in the eyes with something.
I mean, Mo Howard was a true, like, bowl cut, just straight around, but he's approaching.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I can't. Fuck me, fuck you.
And strange enough, this same trap comes into the picture in the next film.
Well,
often uses on someone else.
This is his test run.
Yes.
I guess. Now, is it Hoffman?
For as much as we're saying they don't seem to plan anything out, they seem like they take everything and kind of almost retrograde, tied back together with something. You go back and watch it seems like it's foreshadowing, but was it really foreshadowing? Probably not, but they're trying to make it look like it.
Right. It's all just trickery. It's smoke and mirrors. This whole franchise is smoke and mirrors. It's David Copperfield, our old friend.
Of David Copperfield with Jigsaw.
Well, that would make more sense than all this bullshit. Copperfield's magic tricks weren't as elaborately set up as some of this.
No.
At least, I will say that this is consistent with John Kramer's MO of, I'm going to teach you a lesson, and you've won, and now you should be a better person.
Yes.
Although in this case, it's, I'm going to teach you how to kill people without making it your fault.
Yes. Find convoluted ways to absolve yourself of guilt.
And because John Kramer has said, I take that back. Because Hoffman is copycatting Jigsaw, we know that this takes place sometime after 1. But before
2?
2? 3? You know what I mean? Because Jigsaw's already doing games and cutting puzzle pieces out of people.
Yeah,
for him, he has to have been doing it for him to have copycatted it. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
So,
because we had the whole thing like the last film. Okay, we had the first thing was Cecil, after the whole thing with the pregnancy nonsense. So that goes on, then there's like the guy in the razor wire trap in the first film that we start out with, and a couple other little things, and all that stuff. So it's just so hard to kind of gauge when did the traps really begin, and what's the timeline of every single one of them. Because, yeah, I mean, in the first one, it felt like it only been going on for a couple of months.
There's a razor wire guy.
By the time you had Elwes and Wannell in the cell thing.
Which, in the hindsight of it's the only movie in the vacuum,
right,
that's fine.
Right.
They could just be investigating a current serial killer.
Yeah.
Look at this maps and lines and pictures and string. That's my old favorite. I can't imagine that happens a lot at the FBI office, though. That seems...
Well, it looks like a bulletin board behind a clear like whiteboard or something, dry erase or something.
Got it. And you're right. They're like pitting each other against, or pitting the other one against.
Right. Strom's onto something about Hoffman that doesn't seem right at all. Certain pieces are starting to come together for him, and now Hoffman's trying to
fade the heat back.
Yeah. Because again, Strom was supposed to die in the drowning trap at the beginning of the box.
Right,
so
and
he's a loose end he's got to tie up, and if he can instead frame him for everything, then they can get him off his back and such.
And Lopez was also supposed to die and didn't.
Perez,
excuse me. You don't have to pull the box down. You can see it's fucking empty.
There's nothing there, man.
Oh, yum. Have you had dinner yet? This looks...
Sizzle. It's a sizzler.
That was a, firebomb, right? Or some kind of whatever. I imagine all those grates would be hot. The smell would be horrific. Look at this. So that's what he looked like on the inside. The lady in the black blouse, not her, but the other.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a wig.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was watching it the first time. It's like her hair is hanging in a certain way. It just feels like a wig.
That's fake hair, guys.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Yeah. It was bothering the hell out of me when I was watching it the first time.
So he just magically... I mean, I guess he's got the reports so he can have access to the spots. But, why is this still up? How long ago was it that the guy died in there? And
we have no timeline for anything.
Nobody took that down? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After the fat guy gets pulled out of there and the crime scene's processed, don't you, cut it out? And just, somebody owns that building, I'm sure. Why do we need this flashback now? You know why? Because...
we have to establish...
we have to make the audience think
that... Well, no, so now, this is the razor wire guy.
Right.
Well,
Why?
Well, because now it's going to show that Hoffman is the guy who abducted him. I'm pretty certain of that.
So, how long was Jigsaw killing before the razor wire guy for Hoffman to copycat? Again, that question remains. If Hoffman's involved here, which puts Hoffman involved at the middle of part 1.
Right.
Oh, there's 2.
Yes.
So, is it Hoffman and Amanda at this point? Is it Hoffman and Jigsaw? Or was there only one and I'm just confused because of the fast edits? No, there are two. I'm so confused.
Give it a fucking beat here.
Okay.
So, there we go.
Kramer with bald head.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of time after after the gun to the face
Yes.
test.
Yes.
So that means Razor Wire Guy from part 1 was significantly late in the journey of Jigsaw because Jigsaw would have been killing people.
Right.
Hoffman would have copycatted it.
Because even with the first guy, Cecil, that wasn't set up like all the other ones. There was no setup with the videotapes or the audio cassettes or anything else.
Right.
There was no Jigsaw cutout flash or anything like that. It was just the dry run idea.
So John kills everybody, gets copycatted, recruits Hoffman, gets cancer, shaves his head, and then these two do the razor wire gimmick together.
Yes.
So this is how convoluted this storyline is. We've now overlapped 1 and 5.
All right.
Good. Meanwhile, we know that while this is happening, John is seeing Cary Elwes at the hospital and stole his pen and placed the pen here so they could frame the doctor for this.
Yes. Yes.
Just making sure I got my ducks in a row.
Yes. And Amanda's not even involved yet.
Right. No, there's no Amanda yet. Well, I take that back because Amanda's own personal game possibly could have already happened with the head trap.
I'm trying to remember the timeline of the first film because that happened a little further into the film.
Well,
I think the Razor Wire Guy was pretty early on the film.
Who's to say that they went in order, though?
Yeah, right.
I'm exhausted. How do you know who he is? Oh, because you've already played that game too. All right. Maybe not. I don't know.
So they're talking about Tap and Dr. Gordon.
Got it. I got Tap and Rig confused because they're both
Right.
4-letter double consonant
Sure,
names.
Yeah. Danny Glover. Here we go. Dapper Danny.
Good way to get Danny Glover a payday on this film.
Yeah,
right?
well, there was a trivia beat saying like they tried to get Glover back, but I guess it didn't work out for like new footage cameo. Because the date he's not made a new reprisal.
Right. And how funny is it that Chris Rock plays his son-in-law in the other franchise, and then Chris Rock takes over for...
Yes.
In this franchise, they're both related. I love it.
Yeah. Get Joe Pesci in one of these films.
Here we go. So now he's helping out with the entire game of 2.
Yes. If Joe Pesci was Jigsaw then. That'd be fabulous.
Joe Pesci as Jigsaw. Jigsaw's dad? What if Joe Pesci was John Kramer's dad? Maybe Joe Pesci is Don Kramer. Not his twin brother, it's his daddy, who taught him everything he knew. They fuck you at the drive-thru, so you gotta kill him with a gun to the people. All 4 Lethal Weapon commentaries available in the archives, so just click around till you find them. They're fun.
Yeah, it's so interesting, all these flashbacks. It's always just Kramer and Hoffman. There's no interaction with Amanda in any of these things, but they keep referencing her.
And at this point, Amanda was involved.
She's involved, yeah. She's laying there in the room there.
Right. But she was a mole at this point.
Right. But as we move along, there'll be another one later on that's a little bit more on the money. The more as they go along and show these flashbacks, it seems almost like Hoffman's like secret from her in a certain way. That he's aware of her, but she's not aware of him because they never have any interactions in this film.
Where did they find this elaborate room setup where it was 5 rooms with doors linking them and no outside, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where does this building exist? Clearly he didn't build it.
No. We still don't even know if is every trap in this entire franchise just taking place in one giant complex somewhere.
Right. It could very well be.
With like 7 like underground levels someplace.
That's a bad wig.
Yeah, it just all just feel like sit on her just really nice and clean and straight and
there's no roots showing.
No, that's the thing.
Like you can tell that that's his real hair.
Right.
It's so like flat top there. It looks plasticky almost. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably a real professional wig, but
yeah.
He reminds me of somebody. I feel like I've seen him in something else.
Yeah, he's got a very familiar look to him.
How do you rig a door like that to...
I'm not asking these questions anymore.
Oh, God.
We got too many other films to go.
Yeah, we're only halfway there.
We got another like 4 movies left.
We're at the midpoint of the franchise. I have, at this, as we record right now, I have not seen the newest Chris Rock one.
Neither have I.
I do kind of want to see it. It's still in the movie theater as we sit here today, correct? Okay. Locking the door forever. Talk about talking in hyperbole. More of a shower guy is a great line. There you go. That's one way to do it. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Love it. Love it. Well, yeah, get out.
Yeah.
Get out of the tub. You put her in it. I mean, logically, that's a great move.
Right.
If you're not going to work together, you kill one, you put her in there, and have her act as the
conduit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she just fries. What are you worried about, dude? Just because she's not dead.
Yeah.
No, she will be in a second.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being cooked from the inside out like that. You didn't know that before? Oh, love it. Love it. Oh, yeah. Good times. I don't know if that's accurate acting on her part, but I like this look. Shocker. Shocker. Inspector Clouseau. And I'm real confused about her timeline too.
Oh, she's all mixed up in too many things I don't understand at all.
In and out and side to side and up, down, up,
she's
down.
She's just kind of there in the whole thing. She doesn't really do much of anything.
No. She really doesn't. Although
she comes in and out of scenes every so often.
At some point, I think she's involved in like action.
Yeah, she is. There's like 6 other freaking accomplices.
Well, yeah. Because
tack on 2 or 3 more every fucking movie.
So they keep adding on accomplices during John Kramer's tenure.
Yeah.
And then she takes over afterward.
I'm sure.
Kind of, or something. Somebody does.
Somebody's got to fucking do something, man.
I mean, if it's Halloween, it's got to be Saw. We got to come up with some shit. I love that he's just stole the files and now going on a tour of crime scenes that have never been cleaned up. Every single crime scene he's been to looks exactly the same, even though that razor wire one took place, 10 years ago.
He's going on the Saw tour at Universal Studios or something.
You got it. I want to do that. There you go. That's like you were saying.
Yeah, this is the scene I'm talking about.
So so he's already set up the game for 5, even though this is taking place...
And the game for 6.
Oh my God. Even though this is taking place around the same time as 3 and 4.
Yes.
He already knows that Amanda... Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everything. Oh, here's this file I've got secretly hidden under my pillow.
Yeah. Yeah. So now he's going to go out a secret passageway.
It's like Clue.
Right. He's going to walk out the secret passageway, and then Amanda's going to stroll in here in just 2 seconds here, conveniently. So there's no interact.
Right.
It's constantly kind of showing you, like, Hoffman's constantly sort of evading having any interaction with Amanda. So it seems like they're not in on the whole thing together. Like, he's compartmentalized the 2 of them in a certain way, which they renege on in the next film.
Do they? Of course they do. Of course. Why am I surprised? I'm not surprised. Nothing phases me. Yes, you were all supposed to die. This is a revelation?
Yes.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Now, that I think is a good storytelling.
It's clean and tidy for him, yeah.
which, I guess...
I don't know how they anticipate that Strom would actually be hot on the case, following them, and eventually locate where everything's going down and kill the guy there. You can't plan for that.
Well, no. But the idea that, the Hoffman wanted everybody to die to look like the hero,
right,
is not really a bad motivational tactic. I mean, that's a good storytelling arc.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for it. Bonjour. So he cloned it?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how he managed that. Or he stole it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know exactly what he did, but
yeah,
it was some kind of mirroring where he's going to get the notifications or the...
Right. Something.
There's another Craftsman toolbox that they've repurposed.
He's got a coffee.
Ah, cheers. With no lid. How could any reasonable man...
I think he took it off.
Who can walk around responsibly without spilling their coffee? I mean, I can't even not spill it with a lid on it. And where are we at in this journey? So he just periodically checks in on his game?
It shows up every so often.
But what was he... We've spent the entire movie in flashbacks. What was he doing in between them?
I don't know how much time has passed.
Obviously, it's been 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
It's a lot of business.
So, 15 minutes from room 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is a half hour. 3 to 4 is 45 minutes it's been.
Okay.
But what was he... We've spent that entire time in the movie as the viewer in flashback or following other people.
Right.
What was he doing in real time that caused him to leave the room and come back?
And Strom has gone through this entire tour thing in 45 minutes between all these different locations?
I don't know.
If they are different locations?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Who the hell knows?
Nobody knows.
God damn it, this is fun.
The hair is just way too straight.
Oh, it's so distracting.
Too straight and perfect. She never touches it, never gets messed up. It's just so obvious.
You were supposed to all make it. Here's where she finds out. One key would have worked and they would have shared and then...
Right.
So
he was...
Is Hoffman set up with the monitors at the police station?
I'm very confused.
I mean, you ain't the only one,
pal.
So
did he go to the secret bunker and go back to the police station? Now he's going back to the secret bunker? He's like, someone's cutting things a whole lot of order here.
Everything was meant for 5 people.
Yes. There you go. You're right.
Well, of course they were. Anybody could see that.
Yes.
You stupid bitch. Oh, look at that. We should have just listened to the instructions up front.
Oh, they're too busy arguing with fucking British asshole.
Oh, sure. Stanley Tucci.
Smarmy dickhead.
And now you got to lose a ton of blood,
yes.
right? On this one?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that the jigsaw puppet video from Room to Room did not talk to the group as if they were all there?
Yes.
Had he done that, they would have realized at the beginning that that was the thing. So I guess that's the point, is he didn't want to tip his hand until the last one. There's this sealed forever thing.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Nothing makes any sense.
Yeah.
Or 5 people can fill it with 1.
Yeah.
Giving a pint of blood is, I don't know. The human body doesn't even have 10 pints, does it?
No, I don't think so.
Isn't it only 8?
I'm sure we could look it up.
All right, Google this shit. I'm sure all of the people watching are like, Frazier, you idiot. Don't you know? But I think it's only 8. I could be way off, but over, under, 7.5, I'm taking the over. I guess I should have done 8.5 and taken the under.
Adult will approximately have 1.2 to 1.5 gallons of blood.
Oh, shit. Fucking U.S. system.
There we go. This is average adult from blood.co.uk. It says average adult has 10 pints of blood.
10 pints, okay.
So if you gave that much, you'd be dead.
I think you'd give a lot less than that and still be dead.
Well, you'd be absolutely dead.
What did it say? 1.5 gallons?
Yeah.
So 2 pints is a quart, 4 quarts in a gallon, so that's 8. Yeah, 8 pints in a gallon, and then 10 would be 8 and a quarter. A gallon and a quarter. Okay. So, all right. Look at us doing our U.S. math. Shout out to all those metric people, like our pal Bert, who's going, what the hell's a gallon?
Yeah. Yes.
They were all, they had this at the first room. Somebody cared. I feel like I was gonna say I feel like everyone is way late to the figuring things out in this game.
Yeah.
But I guess thinking that, you know, you're under the duress of death.
Sure.
That maybe you're not thinking logically.
Right.
That's a good burn arm, by the way.
Yeah.
Looks better than the Nightmare remake. Oh, God, here we go. We've got multiple people in the same place at different timelines, and what? Oh, God. Kill me now. as much as I want to believe that the filmmakers did their homework and really understood the timeline and knew what they were doing, I honestly believe that they had no idea.
No.
And just were coming up with things on the fly.
Let's throw it against the wall. It just fits over there. This jewel line in the wall, just threw some stuff at it. It's like, okay, we'll fit that over there, but that thing goes over there. This thing will fit here.
But it looks pretty, so okay. And if we do a bunch of quick edits and we do flashbacks and flash forwards and nobody pays any attention to time,
yeah,
the audience will be none the wiser.
Yes.
I do think it would behoove her to just push both of his arms in, hold him in there, let him die at 8 pints, and then she only has to give 2. To me, that makes the most sense. Oh, fuck me. I can't even... Oh, between the fingers, no. Oh, my God. I love the fishing bobbers. That really just drives it home for me. That's tremendous.
I heard enough tearing a Band-Aid off my leg.
Oh, jeez. God damn. You would not make it 3 minutes in one of these movies.
God, no.
I don't think I could either.
No.
I don't know who I'm talking to. You know.
Oh, you're fooling.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who I think I am, but I ain't Joe Tough Guy.
No.
That's for sure. It's gratuitous. It's... I do feel like the quick edits and the frenetic pace work for this scene.
Yeah.
More than they do for some of the other scenes.
Yeah. It's very tense, man.
He's legit sawing up his own arm. I want to know, why do they keep pushing forward? You only have to cut like a finger off and then let the blood drain out.
Yeah.
The blood will come out. You don't have to keep pushing your hand into the saw.
Yeah, it's not stopping anytime soon.
I'm just saying you don't have to go further. The blood's going to come out no matter.
I'm on board with that, yes. So this is actually Hoffman recording
right.
his voice.
Maybe that's what I got confused on earlier when I saw about voice changing.
Yeah.
That was the Scream thing. Somebody did that in Scream. All right. Is it supposed to be glass in there? Is that what...
I'm not sure what's supposed to be in there.
And we are being led to believe that Hoffman is framing Strom, correct? Okay. And they've legit cut their hands off. Down to like floppy fish hand.
Yeah.
Did they? Did you really win? Look at that. That's so great.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, Christ.
There isn't like a handwriting sample or something in that room that would... Because Strom works for him at the FBI.
Yes.
He would know...
What his handwriting looks like, yes.
Hoffman doesn't work for the FBI.
No, he's the local detective.
And I'm half expecting this to have already happened, like 2 days ago or something. But they're so fleeting with their, it's still hot.
Yeah.
No lid? My fucking ass. That shit cools off so fast with no lid. Even with the lid, it cools off fast. That thing's not steaming. No way, no how. And he was just there. So is this in the same building?
Well, he was hiding behind the door.
Right, but I'm saying, is the other FBI guy, is that in like the next room over from this?
I don't know. I guess so, because he was following Hoffman, but
right.
He didn't go in the same door that Hoffman went into.
Well, no, he did not, but...
Which doesn't make any sense.
But the coffee's still hot.
Yes.
They've got to be in the next room. Oh, is that Fish Hands there?
I guess so. I think so.
He's in the same room.
Yeah. So they're...
Careful, her wig will fall off.
Yeah, you're gonna die now.
I'm so curious as to the logistics of this building.
Yes.
Where it's at. I mean, he just ran off the address, but...
Yes. That doesn't give us anything.
I think that other than the very first movie, this has the best ending.
Yeah.
The first movie, when it ended, and Kramer stands up.
Yeah.
I mean, I was legit speechless. My jaw dropped, and I said nothing for like 5 minutes. It was unbelievable. I feel this is the next most sensational, jaw-dropping, holy shit kind of endings.
Yeah.
That really kind of make you forget that the first, or some portion of the movie was really not all that great.
Yeah. Like I said, I like this cat and mouse between the two characters. It's the thing that was most interesting for me going through the film. How Strom's trying to track him down and pin the whole thing down and everything, and they come up to this wonderful ending.
It's so good. So I do take umbrage with the fact that he's hearing this after the fact.
It was very convenient that he stopped the tape
exactly
at the right
spot. Yeah.
And here's the music. There we go.
How does one construct a room like this? I mean, this is brilliant. I really think this is amazing.
Yes.
The disappearing box.
Yeah.
The walls closing in. The panic.
The smug look.
Oh, the smug.
Yeah.
He's so smug. I said that earlier.
It's a brilliant ending. I feel it is.
Yeah.
Because he's turned the tables on the guy who was trying to hunt him down. And with those tubes, does that mean that this is where his game began with the head box thing?
It kind of would make you think that.
Yeah.
Oh, the
God.
fuck! Oh, that's so good. So good. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine.
Man.
I mean, great job on that
work.
ending. I love that.
I really thought
yes.
this one.
That ending is tremendous.
Aside from them still not being able to correctly convey when you're looking at a flashback and figuring out the timeline of events, the general story I think is pretty effective on this one.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It's trickery.
Right.
It's confusion.
It builds up Hoffman in a very good way, I feel. I thought Costas Mandylor's got a really strong screen presence, and the voice that he has, all the tools he has for himself, work towards a very strong heavy in the whole film.
I will say that he's kind of become a cool heel.
Yeah.
Like, you went from disliking him a lot to now you kind of root for him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is always the case with the bad guys in a franchise.
Shown to be cunning and clever and everything, so you're kind of like, okay, you're interested to see how he's gonna, what twist he's gonna pull into the whole thing next.
Right. It works this way in every franchise.
Right.
You dislike.
He's put together a couple pieces on the chessboard.
Right.
Shuffled a few things around to change the complexion of how things are falling in line for him.
Right. Now we're going to see Jason kill everybody, not to see Jason, somebody kill Jason.
Right.
We flipped the script a little bit.
Right.
Now we just want to see how is Jigsaw, what kind of traps are there going to be, how is he going to do it?
Yeah.
How's he going to pull it off?
Yeah.
So, story be damned, we don't care about that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. But the whole box and the crushed room, oh my God, awesome.
This was... In general, it's a very well-paced film, too.
Much better than the last
much more
entry.
evenly paced.
Much better.
Yeah.
I wish my name was Mike Butters.
Mike Butters.
Again, Butters was the name of...
Lee Butters.
Lee Butters.
Chris Rock.
Was Chris Rock in Lethal Weapon 4. It all comes back. It all comes back.
Yes. Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Friday Myers is his name, Setzbuyer. Friday Myers? That's a terrible name.
Nah, that's no good.
Who names their kid Friday? I mean...
Francois.
Oh, well.
Damon Bishop.
Bishop. Oh, this is... Yeah. So, you've watched ahead.
Yeah.
You know 6.
Yeah.
You haven't watched 7 yet?
No.
Okay.
I heard 7's really bad.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
It's pretty universally panned as like one of the worst.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And it's in 3D.
Oh, I can't wait. Get your 3D glasses ready.
Yeah, David Hackl. I guess he was the production designer on the previous film, so they upgraded him here for director. I don't know what else he's done, but direction-wise, I thought he did a fine job here.
This one is way better than the 4th one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's we're just going along for the ride at this point.
Right.
Let's see what happens. What are they going to come up with next?
They didn't overstuff the story too much. They kept.
Well, no, it was all flashback.
They kept it focused on a few characters.
Everything was in flashback except for the main game.
Yeah.
Chris Wallace.
David Muscat.
The music is good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see your take on the next couple entries here.
Yeah. We're getting into the lean years, in a way.
The, God, can we just make it end years?
Yes.
Please. Look at all those... look at all those Mercalopolises. There's a whole batch of them.
Yes. Lots of Toronto on this one.
Oh, yeah, Ontario, Toronto. Yeah. Filmed entirely in Toronto.
Yes.
So does this follow under the same rules of you can only have one American above the line?
I know. I have to research on that.
I don't know when that went out of date.
I don't know.
Maybe it didn't.
Maybe
but
it
I
did.
can't imagine that all those people were Canadian actors.
I have no idea.
So if you want to learn more about that, go listen to Terror Train.
I have a whole playlist of Canadian horror films we've done commentaries on.
All right, there you go. Check it
Yes.
out in the archives now.
Hit it out.
All right, guys.
All
This
right.
is fun.
All right. Check you later.
See ya.
Bye.